Pisces, I see you going through a pretty major glow up right now. I see you at this point in time with this Hermit and Justice energy for you, Pisces, where you are choosing to understand that you can't change your environment, you can't change people, and you're choosing to separate yourself from situations that are just no longer good for you, Pisces. I don't even think you're thinking about people in your life or situations that have happened in your life recently that are just not of your match, like you've outgrown it or, what have you. Like, I don't feel like you really want to even spend too much time on drama or any of that because you're just in this place of just going inward. Because I see you at this place right now, Pisces, of where the relationship, you are probably the most spiritual that you ever have been, Pisces. When I see this Hermit energy here, this is something that has unintentionally, you found yourself unintentionally at this point of where you started to slowly become more and more reserved, and your awareness for the spiritual world, or just the relationship that you have with yourself, the trust that you have with yourself, your intuition, Pisces, you're the most aligned that you have been in a hot biscuit, at least since I've been tapping into y'all's energy here. And this, at least when I do y'all's tarot readings, Pisces. All right. And so I'm really happy about the path you're going on because it's through the relationship that you have with yourself here, getting more and more comfortable as that Emperor, Pisces. The better relationship that you have internally, your external world is going to start reflecting that as well. And what I mean by this is that I see, especially because I have your Celtic cross right now, Pisces here, I see like your financial situation picking up, but more so from a place, Pisces, of I don't necessarily see I don't really see like money just coming out of thin air. For you, Pisces, what I was getting intuitively was just like seeing plants grow when it comes to like berry season or anything like that. Like you get fruits at certain times. And so I feel like for you, Pisces, you have been in this place of tending to your plants, and it's been a while since you've had your last really good harvest. And I think it was partially due to the fact that you could never fully commit your resources, your time, Pisces, your energy, just your financials, just to your own plants, to the things that you've wanted to just nurture and grow. And hopefully it turns into a blossoming business or a better version of yourself. So what you present to the world and the relationships that you create with that new version of yourself are better. You haven't really been able to facilitate all your energy into things that you truly want to do. It's always been this place of spreading yourself so thin because everyone's always trying to grab a piece at you, Pisces, I see. And as you are getting more and more in tune with the relationship that you have with spirituality, right? Because I'm not here to project onto you, Pisces, like what you should believe in, what your practices are. I just know the way that you're perceiving the world is improving drastically in how you approach it. Even if you leave the spiritual side aspect out of it, Pisces, I see you in this place of getting a lot more comfortable and confident with who Pisces is, right? I know it sounds silly for me as a tarot to be like, yeah, put the spiritual stuff aside. But I do think it's really important, Pisces, for you to take a moment and pause and reflect back on like how much more sure of yourself you are right now compared to a year ago. Because I feel like this has been an ongoing journey for you, but it's going to start picking up because once you have the awareness of a problem, that's 80% of the battle, and then you can just take care of it. And so your awareness is greatly improving, and because of that awareness, self-awareness, everything falls into place socially, financially for you, Pisces. Like now that you're able to fully focus in on your own personal thing, it's beautiful. You just had to let go of things that were trying to take away from you, dramas, stresses, and all that there, right? We don't need to get into it. Maybe like past family drama, ex drama, honey. It's just at this point in time, Pisces, you're just like, nope, the best answer for me at this time, go inward. And I love it for you. And you have this Hanged Man coming in here. This is really reinforcing what I was saying beforehand, Pisces, of the change in perspective. Now, the reason why I wanted to give this Hanged Man its own moment, Pisces, oh, girl, let me hide my face real quick so you can see this clearly. The reason why I wanted to give this Hanged Man its own moment, Pisces, is because The Hanged Man, the action that they take to have a complete change, 180 change in relationships in their life and just their view, they have to commit to that last scary action to see the other side of it. And so I feel like for you, Pisces, if this hasn't already happened yet, I feel like it's already in your awareness of where it's almost like an elephant in the room that you know you need to address. And the moment you address that elephant, everything, it's almost like a domino effect. Everything starts compounding off of that there. And I don't know, this could be a sense of being brutally honest with a loved one, or maybe it's like the elephant in the room is something that, you know, like a job or something like that. Whatever the case is, Pisces, there is this awareness that you know that you need to address this problem. And once you address that problem, you have that Hanged Man experience, and it's with that new perspective. Most artworks of the Rider-Waite Tarot, like in the Rider-Waite Tarot and most illustrations of the Hanged Man, rather, Pisces, it illustrates the Hanged Man being represented with behind them like the sun or like a sense of spiritual awareness. There's usually like a halo. Let me see if I can just find it while I'm talking to y'all about it here. And so it represents that sense of, even if you look at it from a sun aspect, Pisces, the sun is the best card in the tarot deck. It just represents just beautiful abundance and clarity ultimately. And if you were to see it as like a sense of like a halo of like spiritual awareness, then it just goes in alignment with what I was just saying beforehand, of where you understand by taking that risk, Pisces, and the result of what happens after. While yes, it was initially scary, of course I'm going to be in this one. It'll be the last card that I find, Pisces, in this here. It'll be initially scary for you, but after you go through that paper tiger, essentially, like, you'll be so happy with the results of it. So here you go. This is what I'm talking about here, Pisces. So you can take a look at that. Maybe that'll help with what I was trying to get across to you. But I really do see you in this place, Pisces, of once you get a taste of what it's like to be able to just go inwardly as that hermit and focus all your energy on your own things, Pisces, I feel like you're going to get addicted to it pretty quickly. All right, which is not a bad thing, because again, I see you in this place, especially right now. You're just following the clues, you're following the patterns of life right now, Pisces. And again, the Three of Wands is a card that really shows to me as a tarot reader, Pisces, that you guys are very connected with paying attention to spiritual signs or guidance of like where to go from point A to point B, so on and so forth, right? And so you get that Six of Pentacles coming in here, right? And with that Justice card as well, both of these cards represent scales, right? It's depicted with scales for the most part, literal scales. Again, I'm going to show it from a different deck as well. And so that's almost like the missing key, or the thing that needed to balance out in your life, Pisces, is like you drawing back your energy instead of giving it out so much, saving it for yourself, putting the mask on yourself on that plane, that oxygen mask on that plane, before you give it to help anyone else with their oxygen mask type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the missing key component, right? And once you start delegating all the energy to your own specific thing, I see your path lighting up quite a bit. I see things seeing quite a bit here. And it's, again, especially just like financially, for those that have been really committed to wanting something specific in their life to work out, Pisces, but you just haven't had the time or the resources available to do that. You have the Moon and the Nine of Pentacles coming in here. This represents to me, Pisces, of the Nine of Pentacles on its own. For one, I love my illustrations, Pisces, honey. So the illustration with the Nine of Pentacles, it's usually showcased with a cat, right? Or just some type of familiar, or a bird or anything like that. And it's a sense of where they're guiding that person to pick out a specific pentacle. Or at least I see it that way. So it's like your spiritual guides, your team guiding you to do each step so you can have that, be resourceful and take care of yourself. And it's also a card of very positive, just financial abundance, especially through your own self-employed ways here. Really looking good for you here, Pisces. All right. And so if you are looking for ways to increase your revenue, I feel like it's already something that's already in your garden. You just need to invest more time and energy into it and be more in tune with your spiritual team of what they're trying to show you. Now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, Pisces, because I get these messages here, so it's all over the place. But I was saying beforehand where you're going to be so addicted to this hermit energy, which isn't a bad thing because your life is evolving very quickly. As I just was talking about, financially for you and your career and your personal endeavors, chef's kiss, beautiful. I like where it is that you're going. But at some point in time, Pisces, you'll need to be good at the very least being able to welcome in new energy that comes into your life and tries to communicate with you. That lover's energy, oh, we can take it in a literal sense, Pisces, but not everything's about love and romance. It could just be the new best friend, a new work connection or something like that, just like a relationship that has substance in some way that would play some type of impact in your life. Page of Pentacles, in one way, this represents a new stream of revenue, reinforcing with that Nine of Pentacles with what I was talking about, darling. But as well with that Page of Pentacles, it's like someone extending out their communication to you as well. And so I only am trying to just, I'm not trying to confuse you, Pisces, because I know you might see this as like, well, Velka, how do I make the choice of when to be a hermit and when to not be, and the distractions and all that there. On one hand, I know it's going to sound like a cop-out, but you have to just trust the process and trust like your intuition, like you already are doing at this time, and you'll know who the people are, the right people are that are communicating with you, that you're just like, you know what, this is who Velka told me about, type of thing there, all right? Because with my tarot readings, darling, especially when they're general readings, they're collaborative, right? Because I don't know your life like that, so I just see a lot of positivity coming in for you. All right. Last card that in this Celtic cross is the Nine of Cups. All right. So it's something with the intent that you've put into something. You're going to be having some really positive news. So let me know in the comments below, Pisces, what plants have you planted recently? What projects have you started recently? Or it doesn't have to be recent, that you've been tending to, because it's something that you guys have invested into already, Pisces. Now that you have more time, more resources and energy to allocate to that, y'all are going to be having a pretty solid harvest here in the coming days. So that's the tarot reading that I have for you, Pisces. Hopefully something in here resonated. If you're looking for further guidance in your life and clarity, I do one-on-one private readings on my website, SimplyVelca.com, darling. And I'll talk to you later, Pisces. I love you so much. Bye.